So all you need today for this painting that we're going to do is your primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, and some green and brown and some white, and you can put some black on there too if you want. These have really nice bristles and they're great for your trees and your bushes, and this is going to be used for your background, okay? And then we have a flat synthetic brush, chiseled edge, and I have a flat Filbert brush, which is chiseled edge and synthetic, and I also have a liner brush. So over in this corner, I'd say leave a bit of water, but I think we can manage to put some up here. This is a dirty brush with some green on it, so I'm not even really going to worry about it. I'm going to block in my shape that I want. So I'm going to have a boat. So I'm going to put the blue water here. I'll put the boat on last, all right? So the blue water will be here, and the reflections from the trees, and then I'm going to have this here. Alright, so I'm just going to tap on some green, any kind of green, doesn't matter, just anything at all to get some paint on there. Alright, like I said, that can be called blocking in if you want, or you put on an underpainting, but if you're making a shape, we can call it blocking in, alright? So we're doing a shape here. Now we're trying to figure out where we want this to go and how we want it to look. Reflect the sky. So ultramarine blue is what we use, remember, and what else? Some magenta and white. And I'm going to put white on there like that, like we did in the sky. I'm going to put the dark color down. So the dark color will be down here because that's the darkest up there. And I'm not going to worry too much about switching my brush around, but some white, because I want to get that white look like I did up on top. So when your brush is dirty, just add white. Don't add any paint yet, any blue paint yet, because there's plenty there to come off. Right? And so as we come up, the trees are going to come down into the water, but we still want to bring the water up because you never know, maybe you'll be able to see some of the water. So I'm going to add some magenta to that ultramarine blue, and I'm going to add white on the back. Let's see if I get that to work again. Yeah, that looks nice. See how the white and the blue, see that? Now, what you should do is you should take some watercolor paper or whatever and practice a bit first. So say if you're doing that sky first, practice it on some paper first and then do it on your canvas. Same with the trees, practice a few of those trees and then do it on your canvas. Alright, and that way you'll be able to have an idea what you're going to do before you get on your canvas. That way you won't get frustrated and you'll get a better painting. Got a bit of pink going on there. See, there's the magenta right here. See? The magenta. I'm just putting a little bit on the corner of my brush so I don't have too much. So you got a little bit of magenta going on there. What else we got up there? Okay, and as we get help, there's most trees, so we'll just not worry about it too much. We'll put on some paint here. So I'm going to take my fan brush and I'm going to add my burnt sienna, the red, green, all that. I don't really want to worry too much about the colors right now, but I'm going to see if I can, right, so it's down to about here, okay, so just going to see if I can get that a little bit. Not going to worry too much, just going to, I might say, well, you look like you're worrying. Well, I don't want to mess up too much. I don't want to get too hung up on it. I'm just going to fill that in a bit there. The paint is still wet, so the colors are coming. But I want it to be wet, okay? I want the paint to be wet for a reason. I'm going to show you in a second. Add more red and stuff, whatever colors are up here. I'm going to. So the misting is good because I want it to be more. I want to get down as fast as I can before it dries. Try not to let it dry. I got a big canvas, so by the time I get back to there, it might be. I'm afraid it might. Trying to keep some of that green color there too. I hope I can do this right for you now. I'm just mixing red and green, and the paint underneath here is still wet because I didn't use my magic mist. So we are going to pull over a palette knife like this, or fan brush I should say. And that will give it the illusion of it being underwater. But you gotta do it, you gotta catch it while it's wet. Don't worry it's not perfect because we can always fix it up. But once we get this part done, this is the main thing, right? See? So see how it looks like it's underwater? Now I'll fix up that part there, but I just wanted to show it to you. Okay? See? I will put more yellow because there's more yellows there, right? So just tap them on. See? Okay. Come on. Across. And pull across. Now, how's that? Cool. And so what we'll do here is we will get a bristle brush again and just fill that in there. Get a bristle brush and just fill that in color. Okay, just maybe just drag it along here. That's a bit better. There we go. That's better. There we go. Just scrub it in there. That just fills that part in there. See? Just scrubbing it. That's a nice reflection, isn't it? I like it. Cool. So we'll try this brush here. There's number 10 on it, and it's round. So I don't use very many round brushes, but these are great for round bushes, round clouds. Like, let's just do a little cloud with it first. This is all dry up here now, so now I can do a bit of a cloud. I'm going to add a little bit of magenta to my cloud. And a little bit of magenta, so it won't be so... And it's a little bit of blue in there too, so... Maybe too much, I don't know. So I'll just stick... There's some clouds that I already had there, so I'm just going to make some round circles. I got a nice cloud. Yeah. So these are great for clouds because they're already round, see? So you can always go back over what we did earlier, and just wanted to show you. But look, make sure when you do your clouds you get some kind of a shape to them anyway. And then just pull out a small edge there like that. See? Pull out a small edge. And then pick up more white then than anything else. Just white. And you can add some more, maybe one underneath that one. I like the overlap. Overlapping in your paintings really makes it more realistic and gives a nice feel to it. So you can do that. You can add a bit of the top on here if you want to. Just move out whatever's left over in your brush. See, just give it that feeling of floating in the sky. See, so you just circle circles. Do what on top of what you already have done. That way you can have your shadow too. See, right? So you need shadows in your sky too, in your clouds. Not a bad little cloud. Nice little clouds. So the very top of the clouds will be nice and white so that you can see it better, but you'll have your shadows there, that magenta with, you know, or pink, you know, it doesn't have to be magenta if you don't have it. Just what, you know, a tip for you. Use whatever colors you have. If a painting calls for blue, use whatever blues you have. You can even mix them together if you want, you know. Mixing colors together makes them more vibrant and more colorful. So you got several blues, you can mix them together. It's like you don't have to mix them up completely, but you can you know, use them side by side, or sort of get them to go into each other like I did up here. So that's pretty nice. Now those clouds are nice and fluffy there now. See, that's nice, and that's with the round brush. So we're just trying out a round brush today. So let's come down into the grassy area. Now the grassy area, I'm gonna tap on some bushes, and then I'm gonna put on the details after. I just want to get something started. I'll get some color on there or something, okay? So I'm gonna say the light's coming in from the lights shine around here a lot and here, okay? I'm gonna say the light is coming in and it's hitting off some of this over here and here, okay? So in this area. So how can I start this? Let me see. I'm gonna put some yellow on there. So I'll show you, look. Swatch. So I have 3 or 4 different yellows. So whatever yellows you've got there, put them on your palette and you can tap into them, right? So I have yellow ochre, and I have cad yellow and a light yellow. So I'm just going to tap into, I might tap into the light yellow first. So it doesn't matter. And we'll tap that on there. Just want to get some start on this. Just want to get it started. I'd like to have a little bit of light up here too. While I'm at it, while I remember. Yeah. So I thought about it earlier and I said, that looks like it needs more light up here. So that's the brightest yellow I have so far. Now see, acrylics dry really dull, so you almost have to add white to your yellows to really brighten them up. Get them really bright. And this brown brush is giving me some really nice strokes. I wouldn't call them strokes, but really nice texture. You'll be able to get them, the round brushes, basically anywhere. Add a little bit of red in with that. A little bit of red. I just tapped into my red without mixing, okay? Don't like to mix. I like to mix on my canvas. See, all I'm doing is just touching into the red. Right? Not much. Some of these bristles, you'll find some of these bristles will come off. But the solution to that is to wash them. Wash them first before you use them. All right. Now, if I don't want too much red, I can mix yellow and red together, make orange. That way, then I'll be able to keep it to the orangey color. Gotta get some of those colors to bounce out. It's nice and bright there now. Now, if you want to add a bit of white to your yellow to really brighten it up, you can do that too. Whatever yellow you got there. Let's see. Seems to be a bit of brightness going on here, where the sun must be really hitting off of there. Just here and there. Now I want to get that here. I'm tapping lightly, and you can see where I'm tapping lightly, it leaves some open space, which is what I'm looking for. Okay, I don't want to just make one big blob of color. Alright, and I might add some red. Tap it here so that I'm going to add some more of that other yellow, so I get some different colors. You can go around the sides if you have a canvas has a wraparound on the sides of your canvas, the different colors that you're doing. Just go right around the sides, and that way you'll be able to make it look like it's wrapped around. So, just watch. Now this is the way it looks here with the paint on it, okay? You can see it's a flat brush, but it opens up and it's bristle. And you don't have to spend, a ton of money. Look, just leaves all these little it opens up and it leaves all this extra that you would have to do with a small round brush to get those individual little, so much fun if you got the right brushes, you know. You have so much enjoyment knowing, you know, that you're creating, your brush is creating all these fantastic, look, that's amazing. So all I want to do with my liner brush is make some twigs or something sticking out there. So I'm going to use white and a bit of yellow. I want them to really stand out. Alright, so I'm just going to make a few of these. Wet your brush first and then put the paint on it, on your liner brush. So lots of water helps it. Lots of water, it almost drips. Then when you mix it in with your paint, then it won't drip anymore because you'll be putting paint down there, okay? Alrighty then. Try to get them as skinny as you can. Lots of white, some yellow. If your brush won't move, want more water on there. I should say if your paint won't move, but your brush is the one that's, you know, you need a good brush. So the longer the line, the longer the bristles, or you know, the brush, the longer it is, the better results you'll get for these here. Okay, find it the longest one you can find, and way to go. Okay, I'm going to try my flat brush now and use a chiseled edge. I like to experiment because sometimes I might miss out on what a brush can do. So just a chiseled edge, and bring up some of these. There we go. These are nice and thin. Not as thin as I would like them, but I'm just going to put a few there. Okay. So using a small flat brush or filbert or whatever you have there, go into some, let's see, some green, could be sap green or whatever, and some yellow, and just kind of putting some greens on there, just kind of making a little more realism by making some individual. I don't like that green. No, I don't like that. I think I'll make my own green with some ultramarine blue. It's better. I found that other color was a bit too cartoony. I'm just adding a few extra little leaves in between just to give it a little bit more realism. So you just touch and sit down, touch, sit down, touch on your chisel edge and sit back. Don't need a lot of these though, but doesn't hurt to throw in a few little extras. Don't go over what you see there is really nice. Sort of find places that are in between those nice little flowers that you made. Like I say, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm just trying to show you the different things you can do. I'm going to overlap some of those. I find it too straightforward to draw like in one row. I don't like that. Just on top of each other or something. Make a bunch of them right here or something like that. A couple down here. Kind of like the messy look though. I want to messed that up. That came out really nice. I kind of like that the way it is. Gives it a nice look, doesn't it? So I think I'm going to leave that messy look. I kind of like that. It gives it more of a, I like the abstract look. Kind of like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little more color. Some more orange, yellow, either yellow or all three, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to add more color. Maybe I'll add a little bit of white. I don't want it to turn pink though. And I don't want to overdo it. I kind of like it the way it is. It's not too bad, is it? Maybe there where I couldn't get those to pop up, I'm going to have some orange flowers coming up like that. Maybe even some blue ones. Blue and white. See what that looks like. It's blue. I'll tell you, blue in a flower bed looks really nice. Or wherever there's flowers, blue looks really nice. More white than blue to get it nice and bright. Just tap very gently. Those nice flowers. Cool. So nice. See how the blue makes everything sort of pop? Gives it a poppy look. I mean, what a difference. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? A little bit here, a little bit there. Don't get carried away like me. Sometimes I get carried away. So that looks pretty nice, I think. You know? The white there. I'm trying to make it stand out a bit more, see? So I'm adding more white. You know. So what's in my mind and what's in your mind might be different. So if you might want your flowers. May not want reds, may not want any colors there at all, I don't know. But you decide. So that looks kind of nice. So, you know, after I can add some more, anything at all, you can add whatever you want. So what am I going to do next? I like to put a couple of bigger trees. I don't know, I want one big tree here that will push everything back, or some trees back here. I'm thinking maybe one big tree coming up here, coming over. I don't know. Let me think about that for a second. I think I could mess it up, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to put some burnt sienna. You can use burnt umber if you like. I might even add a bit of sap green to it just to darken it up a bit. And I'm going to use my flat brush. I'm going to use my chiseled edge. And I'm going to try my best to get a tree right here, coming up here. I'm just going to mark it right here. I'm going to come up here, this, and then I'm going to bring another one out like this just to give it some shape. You can have whatever kind of tree you want. Just kind of push some stuff back. There's a little tree there. And I might put a big one here, or I might just put some leaves coming in. I'm not sure, because this will push things back a little bit. You know, it won't be so plain. You know, you can do whatever you want. But as for the composition, I'm trying trying to decide about the competition. I'm trying to decide with the composition what I want, the way I want things to go. I didn't plan it out in the beginning. You're better off almost planning it. Well, I was going by the reference photo, but then I changed my mind and I keep going. So sometimes it's, for a beginner, it probably will be better to actually do a layout, you know, what you want to paint, where you want to put things. You know, I went by the reference photo, which was good because that helped me put things in place. And then I decided things after. There's nothing wrong doing that either, because it makes it more fun, because you're in control. You're the one that's in control. You don't have to go. If I went by that reference photo, it wouldn't look like this. It'd be, I don't know. And I wouldn't be having as much fun, because I'll be letting the reference photo control me, and I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to control my own thoughts on my paintings. And I know, yes, you do have to have some idea of the basics of painting in order to be able to make those decisions. So while it's good to use a reference photo till you get used to the paints and the brushes and how they work, and the little practicing that you can do on the side, and all that good stuff, okay? So I want you to add white to that color that your dirty brush. Add white, and then you can add that on the side here. You can touch and pull in. Brighten it up. Okay. There we go. We can add more white to that after. Try to get that edge. If you need to, you can just tap it on. Just enough brightness so that you can see that's where the light is on that side, because that's where the sun is shining over. When that dries, you can always add more white, because the colors are a bit darker, they're wet, they're dulling down the white. Yeah, good. You can take your liner brush. Let's put some branches on there. So I'm just going to go with the dark colors, the burnt sienna. You can use burnt umber if you got it, or brown and black, and brown and sap green, or something to really darken it up. And then you can take out some branches. You can have some sticks coming up here like that. See that? And you can have some coming off the tree. There we go. Good. Which brush? Some more. That tree looks nicer, doesn't it? Because that'll push it back a bit, see? That's a nice little tree. Now, we can put some leaves on that, or you don't have to, but you can. So we can do that. So you can use a fan brush, or you can use, I'm just going to use that bristle brush that I really like. So I have a lot of colors on here, so this is the fun part. Put all your colors on, and then you can pick up the ones that you want to use. So I'm trying to get a bit of a greenish look to those leaves. I'm going green, and I'm going to tone it down with a little bit of red to make it more earthy. Okay, the green and red are complementary to each other, so if you want to dull your green, you want to dull down a color, use the complementary color. Okay. Alright, so let's see what way we can put these on. Just going to tap little bits. I don't want too much. I think I'm just going to do very little. You can do whatever you want, but if you're trying to learn, I guess you can follow what I'm doing if you want to. But if there's something you don't like about it, then just put on your own colors. Like me with the reference photo, just use it as a guide to help you figure out where things go, what brushes to use, and that's all. That's all you need to do. Everything else is in your hands. Just going to add a bit of highlight to that. See, I'm just adding a bright yellow to my dirty brush. Just going to add some individual. Okay, this brush is great for getting individual leaves and things. Look. So what we did with that tree, we call it, I will call it, that was an underpainting. Okay, I didn't try to, I might try and do a video on blocking, because somebody asked me about what's the difference between blocking in and underpainting, which was a very, very good question, because it's not something I bring up at all, or anybody really for that matter. I haven't even seen anybody bringing that question up, but it was a fantastic question. So that's that. That looks pretty nice. I like that. It's not overbearing, because we have enough, all this foliage and everything going on. We don't need a lot of it up here, right? We just need to enhance the painting. Now we don't need to make it too, that's really nice. So I think we'll probably put a bit of land over here after. We'll put the boat in first, and then we'll put a little bit of grassy land or something over here just to fill in that space, or we'll see how the boat looks first, and then we'll decide. But so far that looks nice.